with Streamyard and Zoom and OBS. So the first step we're supposed to do, of course, is start Streamyard and then start Zoom. Okay, I'm hearing echo. Sorry. All right. So after we start StreamYard and Zoom together, still hearing echo. Test 1, 2, mic check. Am I hearing it through Zoom? That's not it. Where's the echo coming from? There it is. Second tab that was left open. Okay, so we got Zoom and StreamYard started, and as you can see, I'm just gonna screen share quickly. We have both the StreamYard dashboard on the left, and this is the Zoom meeting on the right. Now here's the tricky part. Well, not really tricky. The first thing you want to do is, let's write the first step. Have Zoom. Well, actually, OBS. I'll use OBS to look at the dashboard. Okay, so that sounds pretty easy, right? Use OBS to look at StreamYard dashboard. So what we should do is we have OBS running here. Let's see if I can make it so that it's just the OBS screen. Okay. And what we want to do with OBS is actually, doesn't show here. We have to actually show the full screen because it doesn't show the window. So stop this, do full screen. So as you can see, use OBS to look at the StreamYard dashboard. So here in OBS, we actually open up a window capture. We'll just call this, oh, actually, there's one there right there. Windows Capture StreamYard. And we just make sure that the StreamYard window is selected. In this case, it's just a Chrome browser. That's not the one, it's this one. And then make sure that it's visible on the right side. But in order for Zoom to see it, before we give it to Zoom to see it, we have to next step is crop in OBS, crop only the produced window, if that makes any sense. So in order to do that, we're actually going back to OBS. And then there's a crop function, I think it's called transform. we should just crop, let's say 250. No, not 250. Bottom 250, 500, and then also crop the right 250, 500. Up, say 100. And there you go. I think that's the produced window. Well, it's not perfect, but you got to get the bottom part so we can get there. There you go. Here we go. It's slightly there. Let me just put myself back into this shot. Let's adjust the crop a little bit more on the right. Oops. Say 500. Oh, the top needs to be fixed, but this is good. So once we have the crop that we want in OBS, the next step would be go into Zoom. Select OBS virtual camera. And you can actually do that in OBS here. You go Tools, Activate Virtual Camera here, and we already have it activated. But here, we actually have to go into Zoom, which is this window here, and then select the video option that's OBS. And as you can see, it's there. You have the chat on the right side for the Zoom callers. Okay, the crop could be a little better. But the thing is, it's going to look very, it's going to have a infinite window if you don't crop it right. So the best way to do it is actually take this window out, and to make it so that it doesn't it only does the infinite window when you're screen sharing. So this actually would work. So if I remove the screen share, you can actually have a clean way to show your guests. So the little warning I would do is when you screen share in OBS with Streamyard and Zoom, infinity will occur. Okay, so that's the only warning I would give if you add this screen share, is that if you crop it correctly, you can actually see the window in the produced area. So let's go through the steps again. So if you want to use StreamYard and Zoom together, you start StreamYard and then use OBS to look at the StreamYard dashboard, which I did. And then you do in OBS, you do crop only the produced window, which is being seen here. And then go into Zoom, and then select the virtual camera. And the final product, of course, if I screen share the window for Zoom, where is the Zoom one? Where is the Zoom one? Ah, here it goes. So this is what the Zoom looks like. That's the only caveat that you run into, is that when you screen share the window, it'll do an infinite zoom. But the thing is, the infinity will only work or will only occurs when you're screen sharing the screen share. But in any case, if you don't screen share the desktop, if I take away, for example, let's just look at the full screen sharing again. If I only if I don't want the infinity window to share the show, do not use the screen share option to avoid. So you can avoid infinity. Can't see. I can't share the Zoom window because the reason why it's doing that is because the virtual camera of OBS is looking at the StreamYard produce window. But if you remove that, or if it's only just the guest without the screen share, you can actually see produce guest. And the chat of the where's Zoom? This is the window. This is the windowed. Where's the Zoom one? This is here it goes. Just pop this out. So this is actually the that's the error you guys are running into. Oh, of course. You're screen sharing a black screen. That's why. But if you have a guest there, you should be fine. Because I'm screen sharing a black screen, it's nothing. So the screen share is actually showing what the Zoom would look like, but it's a black screen. There you go. So if you had a guest, you can actually just showcase. There you go. All right. So that's the confusion lies is when you start actually screen sharing the screen share. That's when your infinity starts occurring. So if I were to screen share again this, but not the Zoom window, stop the screen share, get the Zoom window. It could be done. Where is the Zoom meeting? That's the Zoom meeting. And the reason why it's infinity is because it's screen sharing. Welcome. So chat. You can actually pop the chat out. Huh. Okay. I see where the confusion lies. Is when you actually start to screen share the Zoom call. So avoid screen sharing the screen share. So the one way to avoid the infinity, Yeah, to avoid infinity, don't screen share the screen share. So let's do that again. So if I were to screen share the StreamYard dashboard, it's fine. It starts to infinity. But if I were to only screen share, we'll just end it there. Okay, start StreamYard, use OBS dashboard, and in OBS crop the produce window only, and then go into Zoom, select virtual camera, and the infinity starts occurring when you start using screen share on the screen share. All right. Yeah. Thanks, and have a nice day.